Want me to net it? Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. John Burke's my first cast of the day.
Oh, no. It is first cast.
It is first cast.
Oh, man, I need a banana to compensate for it or something.
I got 6 of them. Hey, we're up here at Traverse City. We're gonna have a great day. Early November. Captain Tony from Up North Smallmouth Charters. He is our resident expert for smallmouth bass. We don't know if we're on a school of Lakers or smallmouth.
Yeah, this might be a Laker. Well, he's not spinning like a Laker.
Whatever we've got.
This is a decent small.
It's a big smallie.
All right, the end. My last bite of the day.
That's it.
Hey, how about that? First cast. Like I said, this will be the last bite I have today, but at least it was a good one.
I don't even know what to say. Hey, we're going to be throwing some Strike King drop shots. Look at that. That's got to be 5.
Yeah, you got to scale it?
It's all of 5. Yeah. No, but it's a big fish.
Yeah, that's a good fish. Well, thank you for playing.
Yeah, we're going to get a...
Fisherman's Digest is brought to you by Offshore Tackle Products, Flo-Fast, world's leading portable fluid transfer system, Drotto, catch and release boat system.
Are you close?
No.
Okay.
It's not a big one, but I got my first fish of the day. I'm happy. It might even be a huge perch. Maybe not. I felt him, Tone.
Yeah?
I felt him.
A little tick.
Yeah.
That's the right species.
All right, species. Yeah.
All right, nice.
All right. All right, Tone. So.
Good job, John.
Yeah. Nice little one. There's a pile of fish below us. You can see what we're using right there. It's a KVD Dream Shot. It's by Strike King. This is the purple with a little bit of green pumpkin in it, or vice versa, green pumpkin with a little purple. Not a huge fish, but a lot of fun. And as Tony showed on the first cast, you can get 2-pounders and you can get up to 8-pounders here on the Grand Traverse Bay, correct,
Yep.
Tone?
Oh, absolutely. And they're not generally as year class oriented as largemouth are.
Right.
So, just what you said, 2-pounder.
But Brett will
6,
show you. Look at the Garmin right now. Look at that screen. I mean, that is absolutely what you're looking for when you're drop shot fishing. And you can see to the left there where Tony's got us, just on the edge of a break. And we're just flipping our baits out and bringing them back slow, and we just stopped on a pile of them, so we're going to catch some fish here.
This is a smaller one.
Oh, I had one too.
Do you?
I had one.
Oh.
But it's a nice one, Tone. One thing I love, you can tell you're on Grand Traverse when you get the water clarity. Might as well just leave that net right there. Yeah, we're on a pile of the little ones right now, but
small one here. Thanks for participating.
one thing I love about this place, now we're on East Bay right now, but look at this. Welcome to the Upper Peninsula. No, welcome to the Lower Peninsula, and that's the key. When you come to the Grand Traverse region, you almost feel like you're in the Upper Peninsula as far as beauty is concerned. Tons of ridges and high hills, not really mountains, but just a lot of character to the land, and just a ton of really super clean lakes, chock full of fish.
Need to come towards your head there.
I'm glad you did. Tony's apologizing for swinging at my head. Swing at my head all day long if you're gonna catch a fish.
That's what I always tell clients. Don't worry about hitting me.
Was that on the fall?
Yes, it was.
Almost seemed like it wasn't even reeling yet.
Yeah. And I say, you throw in front of an active one.
Well, you threw
Take
him
him back this direction. This isn't it.
Oh. Look at the way they take that rage swimmer right down. I mean, it is like right down. There's fish all over under us too. Beautiful fish, Tone.
Yeah, it's a good solid one there anyways. Have a good day. Adios.
Fisherman's Digest is brought to you by Angler Qwest, built with purpose. Traxstech, the ultimate fishing system. Strike King, tie one on. Garmin.
Fish, by the way.
You think? Good job, Tone. Well, you said when we get to that little shallower water would be good. Shallower being 40.
Yeah. Just about touch bottom.
Yeah. He just looked like he stopped it.
He did. I was just barely crawling this and
Yeah.
keep this with just within a foot of the bottom.
Huh? That's what you want. Big ones do that. Oh yeah, that's a nice fish, Tone. Oh, that is
All right. Rage swimmer fish.
a rage swimmer. We love rage swimmer fish. I almost put one of those on before we even started. You need that pliers again? So a couple of the baits that we really concentrated on using here on Traverse Bay is a typical drop shot rig. Now on the bottom we've got a 1/2 ounce tungsten, and about a foot off the bottom I've got just a 4 1/4 inch Strike King Dream Shot. Now this one happens to be the purple with a combination of purple with green pumpkin. Another bait that Tony did really well on, as it was a search bait, that's going to be a 3.75 Rage Swimmer, and all we did with that Rage Swimmer is paint just a little bit of chartreuse on the back side of the tail. Now that chartreuse that Tony uses also has a garlic scent to it, and there's a lot of, this is what's it called again, electric, I've got it sitting over there, electric shad, and also some other ones that would be good would be ice. AU is a good color out here, and grab this one that I just put on that Tony's been doing really well on, and then that's a sexy shad. That's kind of a great clean water color, and really what it just mimics really well is just the shad and the alewife that are in this system. Now Tony's been throwing the 3.25, I've been throwing the 3.75. It seems like he's had more bites. Also, it's critical too when you're pitching to have a heavy enough bait. You know, this one here is a 3/4 ounce head. You know, if we're fishing 35, 40 feet of water, you want to make sure you get enough sink on that and a fast enough sink. Also, when you're fishing clean water out here, you're going to want to have a long, and I mean a long leader. You know, 12, 15 foot fluorocarbon leader is not excessive at all. This water's super clean, and the fish can see that from a long distance away. So have a, you know, a 10-ish pound, 15 foot, 10 pound fluorocarbon leader. And also don't go too heavy on your braid. Now I'm using 10 pound tour grade braid here that Strike King makes. If you have too heavy a braid, if you're short fishing like dock fishing and stuff, I totally get you want heavy braid. But when you're fishing out in this big open deep clean water where there's really nothing to get snagged up on, 10-pound braid is more than enough, and it gives you the ability to make really long casts. So the combination of thin braid with a long fluorocarbon leaders and just good normal colored baits for clean water are going to put fish in the boat here on Grand Traverse Bay. Goodness gracious, Tone. Tell you what. Are you working that off?
Fisherman's Digest is brought to you by Polarcraft, the toughest built aluminum boats, bar none. Dreamweaver, home of the revolutionary Spin Doctor. Lose, feel the difference. WavePro, best ride on the water.
What are you gonna look like, sweetheart?
It's gonna look like a great big old ugly smallmouth that we love.
I don't know if you want to insult them while we're trying to catch them here, but
Well, it's,
whatever.
if it's ugly, it must be a guy fish.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Old man.
He's an old man. I tell you what.
Huh.
Yep. You might have a big one, Tone. Well, one thing Brett's going to show you here is how clear this water is, because you can see this fish a long ways down. There's your leader. This is going to be a big fish, Tone. Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh, yeah. All right.
Took that rage right off.
Took the rage swimmer right off. Yeah, it shook it right off. Here we go. He'll turn to you, Brett.
Oh, wrong guy.
Yeah. So guys, what we got here is I'm going to show you how we're fishing. You can see a great big old smallmouth right there on our zoom. We've got the Garmin set up to zoom the bottom 8 feet. And what we've got, this lighter here, and I'll go ahead and do it in. This lighter here is all, you can see our tracks of where we've been drifting. That's really shallower water, like 30, 25, 30, 35. And we're surrounded, as you can see, with really tight depth lines all around this piece of structure. And what's happened is we got super deep water, 115 feet out here, and then 30 feet right here, and we've got the smallmouth that are chasing the bait right up against this piece of structure where our boat is being held. And we're just sitting right off the edge of it, and we're drop shotting, and we're casting. Now, Tony's been casting an Alabama rig. We've been casting heavier swim baits, so 3/4 ounce swim baits. But it's super important when you have a boat. Our pontoon, of course, is equipped with really good electronics. This Garmin Ultra 12-inch screen gives us the ability to split 3 different ways here. Obviously, our mapping chip, which really you can't fish pretty much any type of big water without a really good, accurate mapping chip. And then because we're fishing deep water, we wouldn't really need the zoom on here today. But we've got it on just because I like to see the size of the fish, and it helps you pick out the size of the fish. But you've got to have an awesome electronics unit. You've got to know how to use it, and you've got to also understand how fish relate to structure. Tony is an expert at bringing people out here, putting you on the structure where, and the structure really is just rises on steep edges where fish can really press that bait up against and have a chance to do good. And all you're doing is throwing baits out there to mimic the bait, and then the smallmouth, of course, will hit it. So when you're fishing out here, remember that. You're always going to want to position yourself on high structure, and it doesn't mean it's shallow. I mean, the shallowest spot on that structure could be 25, 30 feet, but you just want it in close proximity to deep water. Tell you what, if somebody's bored and they don't deer hunt, Tony,
give me a call.
Coming to Grand Traverse and calling Captain Tony is not a bad idea, is it?
No.
I mean, that's kind of
solid.
one of the nice things about the bays is that regardless of which wind you have, almost, you can find spots to fish, right?
Right, unless it's dead north or dead northeast,
right.
It gets a little bit difficult, tricky, but
that's a solid.
Then we jump inland.
Yeah, exactly. That's a solid keeper.
Thanks for playing.
All right, catch another one, Tony D. Hey guys, thanks for joining us on a little bit of a blustery day here on Traverse Bay, East Traverse Bay that is. Hey, if you're looking to get out this fall, even into December, depending on the weather, my buddy here, Tony DiFilippo from Up North Smallmouth Charters, right online, get a hold of him, he can take you out. You're not fishing for a lot of fish at this time of the year, but you're fishing
not
for
numbers, you're
big
fishing for,
fish.
Yep.
Big fish. Hey, stay tuned for another episode next week, but thanks for joining us here in the beautiful Traverse City region on East Traverse Bay.
Pleasure, John.
You bet.
All right.
Thank you, man.
You bet.
Closed captioning is brought to you by WavePro. Best ride on the water. Online at waveproshock.com.